Sudirman Cup, the World Mixed Team Championships. This is the 14th staging of the Sudirman Cup, and after 6 days of competition, we are now down to the last 4. This afternoon we have China, the defending champions, against Indonesia, the first ever winners of this prestigious trophy. China are not only the defending champions, they've also won the Sudirman Cup an incredible 9 times over the last 10 competitions. Their campaign so far in Dongguan has been exemplary. They won their group without dropping a match and followed that up by breezing through the quarter-final, where they beat Germany 3-love. Now, Indonesia are not only the first ever winners of the Sudirman Cup staged in Jakarta in 1989, they have also contested the final on a further 6 occasions. But you have to go back 8 years to 2007 for the last time they reached the final. Indonesia topped their group by beating the number 3 seeds Denmark in the round-robin stage, and as you can see in the quarter-final yesterday, they defeated Chinese Taipei 3-1. The second of those semi-finals will take place this evening. So what a great semi-finals day we've got here. China against Indonesia. Well, this lineup is the first choice lineup as determined by the international governing body, the BWF. We start with men's doubles and the Olympic champions against the former world champions. Then we have women's singles and Li Shuirui, the Olympic women's singles champion, against Manaputi. Then Chen Long, the world champion and world number 1, up against Jonathan Christie, a junior player who had a sensational win against Su Zhenhao in the quarter-final yesterday. Then women's doubles and Tang Yuanting and Yu Yang up against the Asian Games gold medalists, Maswari and Polly. And if we get that far down to the 5th match, the mixed doubles, the world and Olympic champions, Zhang Nan and Zhao Yunlei up against the 2013 world champions, Tantoy Ahmad and Liliana Natsir. So that really is a terrific lineup. Now, I said if we get that far, because of course from the knockout stage of the Sudirman Cup, once one team has won 3 matches within the tie, any remaining matches are not contested. Well, I'm Jill Clark, delighted to say that once again I've got Steen Petersen sitting beside me, former head coach of the Denmark team. And Steen, you know, I looked through the list of the lineup there. It really is astonishing, littered with world number 1s, Olympic champions, world champions, former world champions. It is an incredible matchup.
Yeah, it's a fantastic day we've got in front of us here in Dongguan. Really looking forward to especially the first match here, the men's doubles.
Yes, well, the reigning Olympic champions Taiyuan and Fu Haifeng from China up against the former Olympic champion Hendra Setiawan. Now with his new partner Mohammad Ahsan, I say new partner, they've been playing together for a couple of years, and of course the Indonesians won the world title 2 years ago in Guangzhou, not that far away from where we are right now in Guangzhou. Well, no doubt where the support lies. The home fans have been noisy from the moment we arrived at the arena here. But as far as this Indonesian pair are concerned, they've played in all 3 previous matches for Indonesia, and they've won all 3 previous matches. As far as the Olympic champions are concerned, well, they were selected against Thailand and struggled in 3 games to win against Bodanesara and Pakawat Vilalak. So we weren't terribly impressed with their performance against Thailand, and we're slightly surprised that they've gone with this Chinese pair.
Yeah, they had the choice of playing Zhang Nan in 2 categories, and obviously they've decided to do otherwise, and well, let's see if they're right.
Yes, well, of course, these 2 pairs, well, certainly 3 of the 4 players on court having been Olympic gold medalists and having played against each other numerous times, well, they'll know each other's style very well indeed. There's Fu Haifeng, the left-hander, the 31-year-old from Jiang in this province. They do not have a world ranking at the moment because they only played one event last year as a combination, and they lost in the last 16 of the Asian Games, and the Asian Games do not count towards world ranking. Taiyuan from Suzhou in Jiangsu province, 35 years of age now, and of course the win-loss record does not show the match that they played earlier in the week against Thailand. And there you can see that one match, an hour and 2 minutes it took to win through 21-19 in the deciding game. It should be mentioned, of course, that Haifeng did play in the quarterfinal against Germany, playing with Zhang Nan, and as you were pointing out, Zhang Nan playing two disciplines, or supposed to be playing two disciplines in that quarterfinal, but we never got that far. There is Hendra Setiawan, the 30-year-old from the ancient city of Malang in East Java, two-time world champion with two different partners. They're currently number 3 in the world ranking, having spent 38 consecutive weeks as world number 1s. That was from November 2013 until August last year. The win-loss record for the year, 2 finals from 4 tournaments, and they won the Malaysian Super Series, beaten in the final of the Asian Championships. Now that confirms what I was telling you a little earlier. Their 2 group matches, this Indonesian pair was selected. They won both of those, although they did struggle against the Danes. That was a very good match, very entertaining match. And in the quarter-final yesterday against Lee Shen-Mu and Sai Chia-sin. Now, as you can see, this is the 6th meeting between these 2 pairs of the previous 5. Not only did the Indonesians win the last one, in fact they've won 3 consecutive, so they were love 2 down on the head-to-head, and now 3-2 up on the head-to-head, the last time being in the semi-final of the World Championships, where the Indonesians went on to win a gold medal. And considering that the Chinese pair have only played 1 tournament, I think, since then, as a combination, that's not unsurprising, but it was so long ago that they last met. So the Indonesian coaching bench, well, the Indonesian coaches, I don't know if that's a little nervous posture from Richard Manaki. Chinese coaching bench with Zhang Jun and Tian Lingyi. This, of course, is vital. We've looked at the team sheets, we've had a good old discussion, and we think this could be crucial to the outcome of the tie.
Represented by Haifeng. On my left, Indonesia, represented by Mohammad Ahsan Hendra Setiawan.
Sutomi of Japan, our umpire for this.
Mohammad Ahsan. Double. Great.
So the semi-final tie, China against Indonesia, gets underway with this men's doubles. Nice clever placement of the smash from Taiyuan. Well, he may have missed on that occasion, Hendra Setiawan, but I'm quite sure, Steen, that we will see Setiawan trying to mix up the pace from the front of the court as much as possible.
Yeah, definitely, and also trying to win the net in the service situation to get the initiative for the Indonesian pair.
Service zone. 1, 2.
Very, very strong in the service situation, the 2 Indonesians. So is Fuan Kai, but sorry, Fuan Chai. Just rate the Indonesians a little bit better in that situation.
Oh, good defence. It's going wide.
It's well played by the Indonesians. They don't give any height away if they can avoid it on a look at that flat lift. If he chooses to attack Chaiyun, it will be a flat one, which is more easy defendable.
It's well taken. We talked about it earlier in the week, didn't we, with Hendra Setiawan. I've talked about it on many occasions. How on earth does he read the game so well?
Yeah.
Just seems to have this uncanny ability to be in the right place at the right time. Oh, again, his interception, that's landed in.
Well, they have perhaps the strongest tradition for men's doubles in the world in Indonesia. He's probably had some good teachers.
Oh. Wow. That's thundered off the top of the tape from Mohammad Ahsan.
It was actually lost, but it was so hard that it jumped over.
That's incredible, isn't it? Look at this. Oh my goodness.
Played by Chaiyun there, changed the pace a little bit. It's so important to be the first side to sort of play a little softer. That can give you the initiative in the rally.
Service 6-5.
Yeah.
And he's been improving in that move from his forehand side to his backhand. Mohammad Ahsan, there it is. Normally extremely dangerous in that position. Reminds me a lot of the former great Indonesian Tony Gunawan.
Yeah. Good call. Low serve, short of the mark.
Samsung 9-6.
Oh, look at that.
Lucky net cord there from Chaiyun.
现场的观众朋友们，我们提示您在比赛进行当中，请调整您的照相机设置，关闭闪光灯功能。那么也请周围的观众相互提醒。 提醒，谢谢您的合作。
Break.
Yeah, the umpire urging them not to take so long in between rallies to play on.
Yeah, it's too short.
Yeah.
Service over. 10, 8.
Excellent shot from Shahyun. What's the call?
Challenge.
Oh, we've got a challenge already. Well, Hawkeye will make the decision for us.
Wow.
Oh, did catch the line. So, we're at the mid-game interval. A 3-point advantage for the Indonesian pair.
是吧？你跟我这么溜，好像他那边攻得很顺。他第一拍杀的时候啊，第一拍他带。
Well, they look quite relaxed at the mid-game interval, but I still have my doubts in my own mind, Steen, about this selection.
Yeah. We were a little bit puzzled when they played Thailand, and we got the explanation that Jungnan was feeling ill. That's why he didn't play in any of the group matches. But I guess the Chinese team must feel quite confident here. They're the heavy favorites in the two singles matches, whereas the Indonesians have only one match, in my opinion, where they're the favorites, and that's this one. So, of course, a lot of pressure on the Indonesians, but
Yeah.
seem to manage okay.
Oh, look at that.
Before the match, I had this thought that we saw the Indonesians were a little bit rusty against the Danes in their group stage match, but played excellently against Chinese Taipei. Even though the score was quite close in the end, the match really wasn't close. They were in comfortable leads all throughout both of the games. So the only question mark is, can they maintain the concentration level throughout the match? If they can, they have a big chance of winning this match.
Such a good serve. A very good reply. Clever. Yeah, they seem quite happy to keep Setiawan to the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there is the man you've just been talking about, Jungnan.
It's typical for Setiawan. He's not going to work a lot from the backcourt. He's going to fire away a smash or two and then try something else and see if he can make his way to the net. Good defense.
Brilliant defense. Well, all credit to Haifeng, because we thought the other day, defensively, he wasn't looking that sharp, but that was magnificent. So they narrowed the gap to just 1 point. Oh, service short again.
It's called in.
It's called in. we don't have an instant review system on that front service line.
No.
You
today-
can't challenge on that.
But today we have a dedicated linesman on that line, and we haven't had that earlier on in the tournament. At least not in the group stage. We might have had it in the quarterfinal stage, but then it's an oversight from my part.
5 straight points to go into the lead, the Olympic champions. Oh, good change of serve.
Yeah. And they're winning the service situation right now. Kuan Chai. Of course, using all of their experience. Very nice, varied serve from Fu Haifeng. Set that point up.
That's a good return.
14-15.
I was quite surprised. We had a quick glimpse there of young Jonathan Christie, who's going to be playing the men's singles. Sitting here watching, wants to be involved, but of course the nervous energy when you watch teammates.
Probably just getting a feel of the team match.
It's gone long. Oh, the ebb and flow of this.
I suspect we'll see him leave after the conclusion of the first game. It's very normal for the players to just see the first game and then start their warm-up.
17-15.
Unusual mistake from Mohammad Ahsan.
Service 18-16.
Yeah, in his absolute heyday, he wouldn't have missed many of those.
Look how close they are to the front line. First service line.
19-16.
2 points from this opening game. Oh, my goodness.
20.
Not
16.
the time for a service return error. 4 game point opportunities for Indonesia. And only 1 required. My goodness me. Well, you said right at the start of this, Steen, the serve, return and third shot situation, and you said you thought the Indonesians were slightly better. I think that's been exemplified in the last 3 points.
And how long did it take to go from 16 all to 21-16? 45 seconds or so? Because there were no rallies whatsoever.
21-16 in 15 minutes. Indonesia, a perfect start as far as they're concerned.
Very experienced coach.
Yeah.
Been coaching a lot of the Indonesian great men's doubles, and he's actually talking quite a long time here. Normally we'd be thinking that we'd be discussing that they're playing now on the side where there's a slight drift from the Indonesians towards the Chinese players, but I don't think he is, because they don't care about the wind. Ahsan and Setiawan, they are, in my opinion, the world's best men's doubles in windy conditions, because normally the problem with the wind is that when you're going to lift, that's really hard to control. but they don't lift. They have no intention of lifting whatsoever. Whereas in conditions without a lot of drift, the Koreans with their strong defense tend to prevail. But look at it here in the service situation. The pair who first gets it below the tape has a big chance of winning the rallies.
Yeah.
Both teams very strong in the flat game, quick racket movements. So very often the ones who plays a little bit of a soft shot has the advantage.
Yeah, that's a good interception from Mohammad Ahsan. I thought when they won the world title in Guangzhou, I thought Mohammad Ahsan was the best player on court. I thought he was incredibly quick.
Yeah, he is very quick on his feet. You could say that.
Oh my goodness, indecision.
You could say that it's the same formula that we've seen China use with Fu Haifeng and Cha Yun. That Indonesia sort of utilized earlier on, pairing one of the experienced, strong old players with a young player with fresh legs and a lot of potential. And of course immediate success by winning with the World Championships in 2013.
Yeah.
But they tried this combination actually when Fu and Chai were on the top of their game, played against each other in 2009 in the Sudirman Cup, where this was a scratch pair for the Indonesians, but they did really well.
Yeah, and they went to 3 games, didn't they? In fact, that's the only time it has been to 3 games, isn't it?
Yeah, that's your department, you know, that's all the results and stuff. I only remember glimpses. But of course, Ahsan Setiawan split again and wasn't paired until like after the Olympics in 12, and so it sounds quite possible that of the Olympic form that Fu and Chai should win one match and then the 2 Indonesians have won the other.
Well, we were concerned coming into the event, weren't we, about the fitness of Mohammad Ahsan. His back injury, he's had numerous problems and other injury problems as well. I just wondered if he held back on that a little bit.
I still think that he's a little bit away from 100%.
Yeah.
But much stronger than we saw him in the match against the Danes. Probably also trying to preserve himself a little bit there. It's in.
Yeah, that's a great return.
Yeah.
Clever.
It's a forced shot from Cha Yun that's the problem, because that goes upwards and that gives a lot of opportunities to the Indonesians.
Oh, that got badly deflected by hitting the net cord. That's right. Yun missed his interception. Look at that, yeah. Big bounce off the net. Oh, service fault called. Struck above the waist, says our service judge, Jakob Simberg of Denmark. You agree?
I tend to agree.
Yep. Oh, look at that defence. Oh. Good rally.
Thought it moved, but he didn't. It just stayed covering the cross-court shot.
Yeah, battle at the net.
It's interesting, perhaps, to look at what's different actually with Fu Haifeng and Chai Yun compared to when they won the Olympics in 2012. And I think there's two major things to look for. The first is that Fu Haifeng used to have this very, very deadly smash, steep and with fast pace. Now it's a little bit more human, so you can actually return it. The advantage of him smashing is not as big as it used to be. And I also think that even though the racket movement of the two Chinese players is just as quick as it used to be, I think Chai Yun is just a tiny little bit slower on the front court than he used to be. And
yeah, I agree.
It's quite natural, but it just makes a very big difference compared to from 8 to 12, where they actually were the dominating pair in the world.
Yeah. Of course, 4 times world champions. Fu Haifeng. And I think for your point about perhaps this man has dropped his pace just slightly, I think he was so reliant for his domination on the front of the court on his sheer speed, because he doesn't have the ability to read in the same way as Hendra Setiawan, and therefore he was reliant on that speed to make all those interceptions.
Yeah, and he was capable of doing that and made almost no errors. And when he first got the shuttle, you couldn't get it away from him again. And if you got it away, Fu Haifeng was ready with his killer smash.
Yeah. Good rally. Oh my goodness. Yeah, well played. Well, initially, terrific defence by the Olympic champions.
Look at that last smash. That's what they're so good at, the Indonesians. Playing the body, playing the middle, and then suddenly varying their smash placement to the inner sight lines. It's so nice to get one of these rallies, because that's actually what the audience love, and we do too.
Yeah. Oh, he's Mr. Cool, isn't he? Hendra Setiawan. Never looks flustered.
Oh, what was that?
Well, the Indonesians to the mid-game interval with a 2-point advantage, but you have to say, what on earth was Fu Haifeng doing? He played a return of serve and backed off.
Yeah.
Return to the nets. If you do that, you stand your ground, surely.
It never comes there where he was on his way. Quite a bit of strapping on the legs there of Fu Haifeng.
Yeah, both knees. That is quick, isn't it?
And that's hard thing for the Chinese. If they lose concentration by just a tiny little bit, they'll get punished.
Well, this is actually a run of 5 straight points because they were 8-9 down. Shaiyun wants the shuttle changed, hoping that might bring a change of fortune.
That looked short, that service.
You know, during the mid-game interval there, I thought that Federer was saying something about the defence. He said, from his gestures, he seemed to be saying something about driving it across court. Unbelievable return. How good was that? Take a look at this, how close it is. Oh, it bounced off the top of the tape.
That really is the problem for Fu and Cha right now, that they lost these 2 or 3 easy points just after the interval. So now they have to play catch up. And the 2 Indonesians, they go for all the 50-50 chances. So they're pretty satisfied just playing 50-50 for the rest of this game.
Yeah. It's extraordinary. Absolutely extraordinary. How does he do that?
Totally fantastic reaction.
And he looks so casual and easy about it as well.
But that's perhaps it. In order to be quick, you have to be relaxed.
Yeah, good point.
And also unbothered by the mistakes you make. There's a lot of players who notice whenever they make the mistakes, even though they make perhaps 1 mistake out of 7, they still notice the mistakes. But you can't really do that. You have to look at all the points you score.
Yeah. Good interception again from Setiawan. Oh, he's got it back. No, he hasn't. Well, you really feel it's now or never as far as the Olympic champions are concerned.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. It's just hard to see them winning 7 points without the Indonesians getting at least 3.
Great placement of the smash, probably not the fastest smash in the world, but he always thinks exactly where to place it. His peripheral vision must be amazing. Well, he is human after all.
Yeah. But as he makes so many winners, he shouldn't care as much about his mistakes.
No.
The more winners you make, the more mistakes you should be allowed to make as well.
Yeah. Short. Yeah.
I really like that from Fu Haifeng. Try to block it from the backcourt twice. A lot of pair. We see block it once, and then if the chance occurs again, they just smash away.
What was that prediction a moment ago, Steve?
Yeah, but I'm going to win anyway, because I wouldn't mind the third game here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. At a flatter smash, forcing the error. And there's 3 match point opportunities for the Indonesian pair. Down the middle, and the 2013 world champions Mohammad Ahsan and Hendra Setiawan have got Indonesia off to a flying start in this semi-final. That, in fact, is the first match in the whole of the Sudirman Cup campaign here in Dongguan that China have conceded. Yeah, the raised arms, the perfect start for Indonesia. 21-16, 21-17 the scoreline. Well, I make that just a little over 33 minutes. Well, perhaps all the doubts we had and the question marks about this selection, well, as far as China is concerned, well, they'll be very disappointed with that. But what a performance from Mohammad Ahsan and Hendra Setiawan. Well, that, of course, means 1-love up in the semi-final tie for Indonesia. Women's singles is next, then men's singles. Women's doubles and mixed doubles. The scheduled last match of this semi-final tie. Well, seen as the entertainment for the fans in the arena. As you can see down on the arena floor, it gives us an opportunity to think a little ahead. And as far as the singles are concerned, you actually watched Jonathan Christie yesterday. Of course, that's in 2 matches' time. The women's singles is up next. He is a huge talent, but one has to assume that against the world #1, it's a tall order.
Yeah, I think it's too much to expect that a 17-year-old should be able to beat the world #1 current world champion in his own nest, so to speak. And I don't think it will happen. we learned yesterday that Jonathan Christie had dreamt that he was going to beat Chen Long in the Sudirman Cup in a 3-game match. That would be fantastic for Indonesia, but I have to say that I think reality will creep in on him in a match time. After the ladies singles, then it's time to figure out that there's still a way to go in order to challenge the world champion.
Well, if your theory is correct, it's good news for all us neutrals, because it means we're going to have the probability of at least 4 matches within the tie then, because Indonesia have taken the first in the men's doubles, as we've just witnessed. And if your theory about Chen Long just being too experienced for the 17-year-old Jonathan Christie, then, you know,
it's at least going to be 1-1.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so, just to finish this men's doubles, I actually think Fu and Chai, they did quite well in the match. Just not good enough to challenge the Indonesians. But having seen this match, I tend to like the Chinese selection that saved Zhang Nan for the mix, because he might have played here and lost. Because there's no guarantee. I think the Indonesians, they played really well. They looked good yesterday. There was some glimpses of concentration drops, but we saw very few of them today.
Yeah. Well, we await the women's singles players' arrival on centre stage. And the court officials make their way onto court. Our court officials, Girish Natu of India and Christoph Oswald of Germany, they're already on court awaiting the players. The Olympic champion, Li Shuerwei, and Bellatrix Manaputi of Indonesia. Well, if you ask me, that was a fairly nervous walk from the Olympic champion. Looked a little rushed and didn't look terribly relaxed. Did you spot that?
I was just thinking the same, Jill.
Yeah.
I had my... We've been discussing this, and we're pretty sure that Bellatrix Manaputi doesn't really stand a chance in this match. But as they walked in, I thought, that looks nervous.
Yeah.
And Indonesia's 1-0 ahead. And we have to remember that since Li Xunrui won the Olympic championship in an all-Chinese final, she has lost, I think, 3 or 4 big finals that she's been in.
Yeah.
And she's lost them all.
Yeah. 2 World Championship final.
All England
final.
Asian Games.
Yeah.
But will Bellatrix have enough to challenge her?
Well, we're about to find out, because the 26-year-old from Jakarta, as you can see, 51 in the world ranking at the moment, and in fact she's the 4th Indonesian women's singles player on the world ranking. 5 tournaments this year. Promoted from the qualifying to reach the second round of the Singapore Super Series, where she lost out to the eventual champion. And as you can see, she's played twice so far. Not selected against England, beat